Just another thing, just another thing, just another thing to fix. Woo. Hey my lovelies, welcome back to the channel. If you didn't see this, look at that, a gaping hole. Well, basically what happened is I completely broke the front end of Mischief Maker, which is normally okay because obviously I have a shop and I can fix things. Couple of problems. I have the JT project, I have the Ram Charger project, and I'm leaving for Pennsylvania this weekend. And more so, I'm hitting one of the hardest, if not the hardest trail in this area tomorrow with Fabrats and Rudy. So yeah, I gotta get this bad boy fixed up basically, and there's a lot of work to do. There's a giant gaping hole in the frame at the moment where that mount just ripped off, and there's some other stuff that we have to attend to. Air lines, brake lines, you know, just a couple of things. Anyway, let's get on in here, let's get him lifted up, let's get the wheels and tires off, let's take a look at him. Just taking a look at what needs to get done. And even although it's not that much, now is the perfect opportunity to do something that I've wanted to do for quite some time, and that is make my track bar longer. Now, when that mount ripped off the frame, it's left a fairly good sized hole in the frame, which is right where I need to mount the new track bar mount. So there's some problem solving to get done, but just gonna take it easy and get it done. I have a feeling it's gonna kind of go into late hours of the night tonight because we are trying to get on a trail tomorrow, and I'm gonna be really, really sad if I can't go because I don't get this finished. So instead of chit-chatting, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of everything in this area. So we're gonna get rid of the shocks and the coilovers and the limit straps and obviously the track bar, and we're going to take the steering box out as well. We're going to be welding in that area, and we have to weld and kind of problem solve a little bit again with the cross member there as well. So we got a lot of work to get done. It's time to start. We just took the track bar off, and this end looks good. The joint looks good, everything looks good here. This side right here doesn't. Look at this boot. Need to replace the boot, but that's fine, but the joint itself feels really good. We actually replaced these last year, so everything looks great, but since we're doing some maintenance and filling up holes, we can do this too. All right, so we have kind of almost broken everything down from here. Let me spin you around so you can see exactly what we're working with now. All right, literally taking as much as we can away from this area, and also just kind of doing maintenance since we have to take this apart. There is the beautiful hole. Still undecided how we're actually going to cover all of this, but I have a couple of ideas. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to clean this area up. You can see that we've tried to take everything away from the frame because I am going to be kind of grinding and cutting and then welding in this area right here. So I want to keep everything away as far as possible. Still have to take the steering box off and kind of out of here, but we're kind of looking good right now. What I'm going to do is kind of switch it up a little bit because breaking everything down can sometimes not be as fun as you think it is. So I'm going to take the grinder and just try and grind all of this down where the mount broke off there. So you just saw me prep the frame because this is where we're going to be welding. So I want that paint off and I want it to be nice and clean because when you weld on paint, as I have figured out with this one, the Red Charger, it spatters all over. That's not what I want to do with Mischief Maker. So let me just turn you around and show you. We came into a little bit of a problem with that cross member. Remember the stock cross member had a crack in it before? Well, take a look at it now. It is currently sitting above our frame, not happy at all. So what we've done is we're actually going to take this tubing right here, and we have taken some of the material off of here so that it can fit in here. So it's essentially going to like sleeve it so that it's nice and strong and we can weld that back to the frame. You can't just weld the tubing that's there right now back on. It's not going to be strong enough. So we're going to do that, but in order for us to get the cross member back where it's supposed to be, we've taken the platform off the Badland jack, popped a tube in here into a bolt right here, and we're jacking it up. So hopefully that'll work. Sketchy, a little bit. Problem solving, yes. So let's see if this is actually gonna work. I have a feeling it will work. Yeah, let's see if this will work. Oh, all right, give me another one of those.
Ooh. It's like lining up nicely, it looks like.
Wow. Give me one more.
Just shove it in there and see if we can get it, because I don't want it getting sketchy. Use the hammer.
Ooh.
It's got to be in. Okay.
Ah.
All right, use the hammer to pop that bad boy in there, like really put it in there.
Okay. Left hand hammer.
Notice something really bad.
What?
It looks like your mount for your PSC or your steering box is, the welds on there are broken as well.
Just another thing, just another thing, just another thing to fix. Woo! We are looking crack-a-lackin' good. Like what I did there, Walter?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Crack-a-lackin'. So the tube, that tube is in there, making it super strong again, which is great. So I'm gonna weld around here, around the tube, obviously. I'm also gonna drill a hole in here and do a nice plug weld so that the two tubes are solidified. So we're currently going on to 11 o'clock. We've only really just begun as well, which is hilarious. I don't know. It could be a love song. Is that a love song?
We've only just begun.
Let me know if you know the song. And it's the next day. Let me tell you, we were working into the wee hours of the morning, and the more we did and the more corners we turned with Mischief Maker, the more we found terribly wrong with him. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about when we get back, but for now I have a wee delivery to take to Matt. Tanner from Rockslide Engineering left some steps here, and they're for Matt for something. Am I a bit gutted that I'm not on a trail right now with Paul and Rudy? Abso-freaking-lutely. I was devastated last night and quite emotional about it because, first of all, I just love wheeling. Everyone knows that. And the more I can get out there, the better. They're doing a trail that I've always wanted to do, I've been trying to do, but just haven't found the right people to do it with. And it would have been the first time actually wheeling with Paul. But I guess no one's really going anywhere at the trails or the people, so there's always next time. But again, we'll get back to Mischief Maker in a second, but a little outing right now. Okay, so Matt is actually away in meetings, but that's okay. Rocksliders dropped off. Jamie is very excited about them. Rockslide Engineering. I actually do have a code for them. I will leave that link in the description below. Let's head on back to the shop so I can tell you exactly what's going on with Mischief Maker. Man, it's actually kind of cold in here. We're back in the shop and it's time to show you guys exactly what is really going on with Mischief Maker here. So yes, we managed to figure something like this out. So we've sleeved the stock cross member, which is fantastic. But then we came on to the steering box bolts. This one, broken inside. This one, broken on the outside right here. This all needs to be welded in here. This one, the inside right here, basically this is loose right in here. So essentially I've been working with one bolt holding that steering box in, which honestly really does explain a lot and why Mischief Maker has been driving the way that he has. Couldn't quite put my finger on it, but here it is. So we still have that massive hole there. We have more broken stuff, and these things aren't minor. These are actually quite major. Okay, so I have been sat back here watching everything that's been going on, looking at Mischief Maker, and we've come up with two options. I've talked to Walter about this. Option number one, repair everything, right? Repair those bolt holes, obviously repair the frame, make that track bar longer, put everything back, a-okay. Or option number two is go full hydro, eliminate that steering box, eliminate the bolt holes that we won't need, still obviously repair that frame, make it look really nice, get rid of the drag link, and wham bam, thank you ma'am. Maybe figure out my front suspension a little bit, make it a little bit better. What would you do in my position? Now, for those of you guys who don't know what I'm really talking about when I say full hydro and hydro assist, right now I have hydro assist. I'm gonna put this in the simplest terms so that you understand. Hydro assist is perfect for off-road, on-road, and vehicles with bigger tires. Full hydro is really reserved for full-time, very serious off-road rigs, which I think Mischief Maker is exactly that. I only ever really drive him now on road to and from trailheads. I don't daily him, I don't take him out. he's really just a trail rake now. That's what he is. I have priced everything out to be around $2,000, which sounds horrendous, but honestly, at the end of the day, it might be worth it. What would you do if you were in my shoes and your Jeep was in the state that this is and you had those two options? Leave your comment below. Now, just before I go, because I do have some other work to get done with the JT before heading over to Pennsylvania, just an FYI, we are going to the Bantam Heritage Jeep Festival in Butler, Pennsylvania next weekend. It is going to be fantastic. We're going to be in the JKS and Fox booth, so definitely come and say hey, and we will have Nessie with us. This is basically her debut on the East Coast. So I'm really, really excited for all you guys to come and see her and say hey. But also, something new to the website. We now have these full sticker packs. They are $15 and you basically get every sticker that we've made so far. There's going to be some really cool stuff coming up pretty soon in the next couple of months that I'm very excited about. But yeah, you get the big seat time over everything, the Mischief Maker, Rock Monster, HCF, and the 2 seat time over everything stickers. Again, these are now available on the website for $15, the full sticker package. It's kind of a steal if you think about it, but I will leave the link in the description below to go ahead and grab yours, snag yours, if you will. I will have these next weekend also, but for now, guys, I got a lot of work still to do, so thank you always for watching, and until next time,